we be talking all day. From the bars to the brains, to the love, to the rage. This the vibe, this the tribe. What it is, what it do, what it gave.
Hey, I am your host for What It Gave, the podcast where it's giving truth, knowledge, and wit. And with me, as always, is your favorite co-host, Marlo the what?
Marlo the God. And today on the What It Gave podcast, we have two special guests. We want to thank them for taking time out of their day because we know most of it is spent playing bingo at the Arkham Asylum. So we want to introduce Chris and Venise.
I didn't find that a kiki moment at all.
She must have win. She must have lost.
I was not there. Brown said even when you lose, even when you've lost, you're found. It's something like that.
She lost at bingo, so thank you, Marlo, for telling us where they
It was the Arkham. It was Arkham Asylum for me.
Okay.
So we would like to let the both of them tell us who they are and why they're here today.
Well, I guess I'll go first since there was a silence. My name is Venise. Thank you all for having me, Kid and Play. I appreciate being here, and I am here to talk my ish and to add to the quality of the conversation. I don't know what the topics are, so it looks like we're just going to go with the flow.
She definitely knows what the topics are.
You're ruining my authenticity. No, I'm just here to have a good time and just to give my opinion, shed some light, and also to grow a little bit because I'm around different perspectives, so I'm interested in hearing what other people's thoughts are always. That's it. That's all.
And then we have Chris.
That's me. I'm Chris Mathews. That's it.
One team.
Yeah, I ain't got much.
Chris Mathews.
Chris Mathews. And we were just, noting the other day that, most people ask when they call you, what's T? Mm-hmm. But what do we say when we call Chris?
Where's the T?
I love it.
It's a lot of equipment in here. It's very expensive.
It is.
Tell my bank account that.
It's getting very expensive.
It is giving.
It's giving studio quality.
Yeah.
So Venise is actually, I'm one of her co-hosts on her podcast called
Skyfly, come be a pod of the cast.
And so we're excited about that. We will be getting that off the ground, literally.
Off the ground, yeah, we're ascending at this point. We've been stuck at the gate for a long time, waiting for clearance, but now we're about to take off, so get ready for that as well.
Okay. So at the beginning of this, we always do a fit check.
Yeah. Mic check, we in the room. Talk, say no truth. From the couch to the waves, we gon' say what it gave. Big facts, small talk fades. We unpack what the culture made. Turn it up, let the stories play. Every guest bring a whole new day. What it is, what it do, what it gave. Tune in, lock in, we be talking all day. From the bars to the brains.
All right, so we always ask what the week gave. So you want to let the guests go first about their week, or you got it?
The guests can go.
Well, first of all, give us what does that mean? What does that entail?
What your week give? What?
Oh.
Today's Saturday, so you got a week. So what does your week give?
It gave reflection. I was able to reflect a lot on different things I need to let go of, things I want to welcome more into my life. So it gave a lot of reflection, but it also gave a lot of productivity as well. I was able to complete some tasks that have been lingering for the past 2-3 weeks. I completed all the tasks this week. So yeah, that's what my week gave.
You a regular task rabbit.
Call me a multitasker. Multitasker. Yes.
Is she trying to take over, Mama?
I'm not. I can't do that.
Multitask her. Like she trying to get wordplay.
Trying to make fish happen.
Why would I do that? It's 3 of you here.
I cannot stand that boy.
It's okay. He's sitting.
So Chris, what your week gave?
He gave all alone on a Sunday morning. Outside I hear the rain was coming. My week was good. It was riddled with task and avoidance on my part. I spent a lot of time running and hiding from all of my chores and all the things I was supposed to do. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a little escapism. So it gave very much that escapism this week.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
great.
I'm with you when you're right. You gotta escape sometimes. Like,
Because all we need is a little understanding.
yeah, I was gonna use another song.
How
but
can we communicate?
Mm.
You don't hear me what I say.
My bad.
All right, Marlo, you want me to go?
Oh, I go.
Okay.
My week gave procrastination. I did a lot of procrastinating this weekend, or this week, honestly. I feel like a lot of times I have time to do stuff, but for some reason I just don't have the gumption to do it. So my week definitely gave procrastination. Yeah, that's about it.
Honesty, I love it.
Okay, I live for it. My week gave a lot of work. I've done lots of work this week trying to get things together. Venise and I have we've started these mini, like, I don't know what we call them.
Scene series.
Like a one act.
It's not even a one act. It's a one scene. It's a scene within an act.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've done 3, and so be looking out for them on our TikToks. We are going to be doing these because we had this idea months ago, right? We talked about it, and then like 2 weeks after we talked about it, Issa Rae said she's about to start doing these series.
So we're gonna beat you.
Yeah, because
Because I'm about that life. But Issa, what's up? We can join. I got you too. What's
I
up?
know, because we would like to.
We would love to work with you.
Yeah.
We all look like family.
Yeah. It's a scam. So that's what my week gave. So I was excited about getting here because Marlo and I always have a good time on the podcast. And so last week these two were in the audience, and we said, well, why not bring them in? And yeah, we excited about the things that we're going to talk about. So I have added a something for you, Marlo.
What?
It is called Things I'm Sick of. And I know this is right up your alley. So you can name a few things that you're sick of, or one thing, and just expound upon just one of the things. I'm sick of it.
Oh my God, this is such a surprise. I'm sick of. Let me see. Oh my God, it felt crazy because you know what? Come back to me. I think I have a list of pet peeves in my phone.
So I will start.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sick of Shy and Brian. I'm sick of Kevin Hart. I'm sick of the Breakfast Club. I'm sick of Instagram telling me what my algorithm is. Terrible algorithm. I am sick of the weather. The weather here in Memphis has been shitty for about a week and a half. So I'm sick of that. So that's the one I want to expound upon. I'm not sure who y'all talk to about the weather. If it's Jesus or Buddha, Confucius, or Nature Boy. Oh, y'all know who Nature Boy is?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that name before.
So,
I was once to join a cult.
But I would say the original Nature Boy I knew was Ric Flair, so.
I always want to join a cult, though. I'm here for it.
I'm not.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
I'm ready to fall. I'm here for a little cult action.
See, I knew it was gonna get ignorant real fast.
A little free love, a little free love, a little beachfront property.
I never said I wanted to be drinking the Kool-Aid from Jim Jones and all that.
Or getting shot up in Waco.
But until the cult comes to an end, everything is giving sexy.
It's giving sexy, all right. The leader is giving sex to all of them.
All of them.
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Some of them leaders was righteous.
I know. You know what I am sick of? I'm sick of waking up another day and I'm not fucking rich yet. I'm sick of waking up every fucking day and I go on social media and I see all this mediocrity. I see all these unintelligent ass people who have all these big platforms and followers, and it's like we don't even know what they're talking about. Like, we might as well be up there watching The Rock. So it's just like, I'm sick of all this shit. Like, I'm ready for my time. Reclaiming my time. I'm ready for my time.
Okay, because what the gentleman did tell you is when you're on my time, I can reclaim it.
Me.
Oh no, y'all.
what
Both of
you
y'all
sick of?
need to tell what y'all sick of. Okay.
You want to go first?
I can go first. I am sick of physically fit people on Instagram. And you know, I hate to say it, but they are fucking getting on my nerves. And the thing I hate the most is because your fat ass got off the couch and started double dutching this shit, you feel like you can sell me a workout program. And I'm still going to the doctor and telling her, you know, I don't want any of these diseases, but I also don't want to go to the gym. And it's getting real, it's very rambunctious. It annoys the shit out of me. And it's always some nigga with a 32 pack who posted a picture of him, and he used to be fat 10 years ago, and now he is the exercise guru of America. And if I pay him $78, he gonna send me a video so I can work out too. You're not even gonna show up. You gonna send me a video? I'm sick of it. I'm over that. Real tough.
Wow, Chris. Tell us
You
how
meant
Chris
that.
feels.
He definitely said that with his whole chest.
Yeah, fuck feet people.
Well, don't. Okay,
I'm not gonna say
it's
that.
good to fuck fit people. I would say that. I do get where you coming from, though. It's just too much sometimes.
Yeah, it's getting on my nerves. Real tough.
And that's my algorithm too. So I'm definitely sick of Trump and the administration. I'm sick of the government. I'm sick of my phone telling me what I need to watch next. I'm sick of these spam risk calls every day, all day. I'm sick of these commercials that come on and tell you this medicine you need to take, and then all the side effects go right to death. I'm sick of that.
Or you boo-booing on yourself.
Or alopecia, or vitiligo, or congestive heart failure. Those are the side effects. I'm tired of it. Are you
I
my
thought you
interpreter?
was casting
Are you
spells.
my interpreter?
Back
Let me see.
Paranoid.
Let me see what it look like as I talk.
You have to talk first.
Okay. I'm also tired of Marlo. I'm also tired of Marlo the God. And interpreting, doing a praise dance over there. To express my words. That's about what I'm tired of.
They arrested a woman for that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
She was in the court.
Yeah.
ASL.
She had got convinced of people that shit.
ASL. Did you just ASL me?
They had
I
to
need
go
to
to
learn.
jail.
I want to learn sign language so bad.
Don't.
I know
So-
the alphabet, though. I don't say my name.
So listen, I'm glad that segment went really well. It was a brand new segment. I sprang it on them. I didn't
Yeah, I
tell them
liked
I was
it.
gonna do it. So I think we got some stuff off our chest.
Man, we got plenty off our we got plenty off of our chest.
So now we're gonna be on to the hot topics.
Oh.
So the very first topic is a little sensitive. If you
Come on with it.
So there's a rapper, they call him Boston Richie, and apparently he was exposed by a lady who he was paying to do certain things to him, sodomy, if you will, with a particular set or sets of dildos.
Sodomy and Gomorrah.
Sound like two characters.
What is going on here? I cannot. That man said sodomy and Gomorrah. Anyway, and so she exposed him, and one particular thing that people have been going in on was that when she purchased a brand new dildo, she sent him a picture of it.
What is that?
Get here now!
Okay, now they're putting their own interpretation. Was it all caps with exclamation points
I
in
think
the
it was just all, I
receipt?
think it was just all caps. I think it was just like a get here now.
And I'm gonna put it up there so we can see what it actually looks like.
Ooh.
So let's talk about it, because you know what the straights and the Christians and all these people are saying. You know, they're their interpretation of this is that this is deviant behavior. It leads to, it's like a gateway to gay.
So forget his just past.
It was a gateway to his
record.
prostate.
I just feel I feel some sort of way, like, if that man want to feel like Whitney Houston, let him feel like Whitney Houston.
How's he feeling like Whitney?
He fills me up. He gives me love.
It's all in me. It's all in me.
Just take me.
Let that man be full.
Yeah, Mike, I honestly don't understand the problem with it. Like, cause, like, to be real, it's just like what I said earlier. Why is the prostate in a man's ass? Like, if Boston Peggy Bundy Richie wants to get pegged down to the ground, let that man do that.
I agree with you, my little guy, because at the end of the day, that's their business. Girl, you were getting paid $100,000 a month.
To talk to his hoe.
Period.
To do
To
what?
fill it up.
To talk to him.
No, to fill
To
it
talk
up.
to his
To
hoe.
fill it up like a Twinkie. You were getting paid that much. So
Okay.
let
Swear.
it be. Let it, you were the the hostess.
Where am I?
Hostess with the mostest, and you couldn't even be quiet.
I feel like I'm on.
If he want to get paid, let him get paid. I don't like the fact that you
Cream filling.
exploited
Where's
him.
the cream filling?
She did what to him?
She exposed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't exploit. That's different. That's a whole nother conversation.
No,
But you
she
exposed
entered him.
She entered him, but she
Repeatedly.
also exposed him too.
She brought all of his barriers and boundaries down.
Yes, because
But he
when your
liked
walls
it.
are down,
You
when
have
your
no,
dick
there's,
is
there's no defense. All defenses are
Not the
down.
walls of Jericho.
when your walls are down.
But he liked it though.
So
I think
where's
so
my
stay
girl
between
Alexis?
them.
Tyler.
But I have a question though. Does this make him not straight? Like, because I think that's the conversation that
I
people are having.
don't think so, because I mean, if the definition of gay is two males, so
I agree. So, but for some reason they believe that when a man is allowing a woman to do something, or if a man has sex with a woman in the anus, then that is a gay
well,
act.
let's be real. Y'all know y'all out there letting them girls eat y'all ass. They out there kissing and licking on y'all gooch. Y'all doing all types of freaky ass shit. Only difference is Boston Richie is a rapper and he's in the public eye. This nigga's probably down the street in the next apartment doing the same shit right now. But
Which
nobody
apartment?
gives a right next door. And nobody cares
that apartment
because we
next
don't
door
know
is
them. It could be somebody in
Why
the
Boston
room.
Richie now.
Why is you holding
The
this like
apartment
this? Like
next
this the old iPhone?
I'm sorry. I think I thought I was on Bigo or something.
But my problem is people want sexuality to be people because people need constructs. People want sexuality to be black and white. They want it to be all or nothing. Either you're 100% straight, or you're 100% gay, or you're 100% bisexual. There is no wiggle room for any of it. And
There's no gray area.
Yeah, there's no gray. When we all know that life isn't black and white, that
It's
full of
gray.
gray.
It's
yeah.
I
very
think
gray.
I think now in this day and time it's more digestible, because who are these people saying something about what has been exposed? It's usually the older generations. Those are traditional views that have been put on us for years and years. So I think just like we got Lil Nas X, we got all these new artists who are in the hip hop culture who are also openly gay. I think we can stomach it more now.
You can stomach it.
Yeah, more than we could
More
then.
now. Then you can't stomach
Well,
it.
I guess
can stomach
the real Boston
Boston
Richie, he did stomach it. You took it, and I
Like
just
a
don't
champ.
like a champ, and I don't like the fact that she exposed you for it.
I
'Cause
don't-
If
I
it were
don't-
me, I just would have killed pig.
I'm like that. I'm with you, friend, because I don't understand why people feel like these exposés are necessary, especially when whatever it was you were willing. Why now? Because something isn't going your way, you feel like
I thought it was very petty.
And nobody got hurt without permission.
Yeah, it was very consensual, and honestly, I support you, Boston Richie. You know, and
I do too.
if the next girl fuck it up, I got a homegirl in Memphis named Jasmine.
No, right here. She's right here. Come on. Hi,
Okay.
right here.
It used to be in
100K?
States when you got all the
cannot.
books. It would be called Run a Boston, but now I'm just start calling
Man,
it
I'm
Boston. That's a Boston.
Boston butt.
A Boston butt.
A
I was thinking
Boston,
of a
Boston
B.
Richie
Richie.
butt.
A B. Richie.
Yeah, she
That's
was
what
running
I'm
to
calling
Boston. That's what I'm saying. She was running to Boston.
But you have our,
Ten to
you
get
have
you
our,
in.
you
Why
have
you
our
gonna say I
support,
wanna be
Boston
Richie?
You have our support. We're gonna make
Yes.
sure we stream your music.
Well, I don't know about
Maybe.
streaming the music because
And-
I've never heard the music, Boston. I gotta go.
Is it good music?
So we're gonna cut that part
Is it
out
good
where they
music?
said they don't know nothing about your
I would
music.
I would still support with you.
What's the
I'm still
song?
supporting
What's the
you.
song, Marlo?
I like his song. Right now the song I'm on, he got it's called Fine Shit.
Fine. Oh, that's,
I have heard
the
this
name.
song.
You heard that?
I
I heard
heard
it
this
in the
song.
club.
It's called what?
Fine
Fine.
Shit.
Very
Yeah.
appropriate for him going through this butthole situation.
It's
Especially
he
when he
found
was,
some shit.
especially when he was in the one of the lyrics was
Fine.
sticking dick all in her liver.
Fine shit.
So let's move.
That's what they call
Okay.
people who are
Hitler.
super
I-
attractive.
Got it.
I want to do heat cream a little bit. Though. I mean,
You know what?
shocking.
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
I don't
I'm
think-
sorry.
I don't think he felt the full devastation
of being.
of being a bottom.
You have not felt the full devastation
People are nuts.
of being touched in your prostate.
I do this. America, I'm sorry, I snorted. America, I said yesterday I was very concerned about this lineup.
I'm
Because I already have to apologize to
I think we're
America
doing good.
every week for Marlo. And now
I'm
I have
doing great.
these two here.
Oh no.
I think we're
I'm
doing
doing
good.
great. I haven't said anything out of line yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I could enjoy my prostate like that.
Are we still talking
God
about
has
prostate?
not given me.
Well, speaking of prostates, we're going to talk about the Epstein files.
My God.
Baby prostate.
Literally,
That's messed up.
children's. Baby, the Epstein
Children prostate should
files.
not be up for discussion.
It was
But
more-
I was
it was more
talking
girls.
about his prostate, Jeffrey Epstein. He's no longer with us, but Marlo seems to think he's still alive.
That man is alive.
And well.
That man is alive. Y'all gonna stop letting these people tell y'all everybody is dead just because they say that. That's what's wrong with the problem. That's what's wrong with the world now.
Well, is my big
we
mama still
believe,
alive?
huh?
Is my big mama probably still alive? She died in 91.
She may be somewhere. Somewhere. Maybe not on this plane, but she's still here with us.
She could not on a plane. She could not on a train.
I mean,
Did you just mess
cause
around?
Marlo said that some people still hear that. They say Big Mama was sweet. She was a sweet lady, and I would like for her to be alive still. She would be like 100 and something, but
Oh, that's
like 120 or something.
I would like to die somewhere around about 80 or something. I don't want to live too long.
Yeah, I don't want to live a long time either.
Yeah.
I'm cool with a good 94.
I'm cool with being immortal. I'll take it.
You know,
I'll take it.
I could go to
I
90.
would.
I would.
I'm good
Yeah.
with a 94.
I could get to 90. Yeah.
So listen. So Jeffrey apparently didn't get there. We don't know. Allegedly, he's dead. But anyway, these files came out. They were redacted. There's only two people who went to jail. That's him before his untimely demise. He never got his day in court. And then Ghislaine Maxwell, who Trump is considering pardoning. Why would he consider pardoning her?
Because he don't want none of his
Well,
business.
yeah, I was about to say
He don't
because
want none of that tea to come out.
he was mentioned several times. Well,
Yeah.
several times meaning several.
38,000.
Too many times.
What they
So,
say,
of
he
course
was
he's
mentioned
gonna
more
pardon
time
her.
than Harry Potter in his own damn books.
On books.
What is that? What is the blonde lady, the one that got fired?
Bundy.
Pam Bundy.
Mhm.
Yes, Pam Bundy. Even Pam Bundy has been tripped up and slid down because she wants to reveal like the fact that some of this may not be what it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
And I just feel like Trump will do anything he can. And excuse me, I mean, obviously you are the president of the United States, and if you can get away with it, I'm sure you will.
Mhm.
You know, who am
Continue
I?
to.
You know, don't bring up my student loans.
Don't send
But,
ice.
right, yeah, don't send ice to my dough. But what I'm saying is, we all know the man is guilty. Republicans know he's guilty. Democrats know he's guilty. Hell, the
Melania know he.
the lunch lady at the the lunch lady.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Right, everybody knows the man is done did something he ain't got no business
Yeah.
doing.
That's a fact.
Because we see now, just even in his regular day-to-day dealings, there are no ethics, or there's no ethics or morality.
There's no couth.
Yeah, so why are we even stuck on the fact that he's going to? Of course, he's going to release her. I want her out of here on a plane to Zimbabwe, somewhere where I can't extradite her.
I'm talking about the Maldives.
So that I can continue to do what I'm continuing to do.
Because if it's truly found out like all that was really happening on that island and who was doing what with whom and all of that, the house will come tumbling down.
Yeah, but it won't ever be truly found out.
I'm not so sure. I think it might be just years after but it's gonna come out. You listen. They always say all things come to light, baby.
I know, but Trump has, as the president, has gotten over. He's been able to get away with so much. So with that being said, it's so much power, so much privilege, there's so much social wealth involved.
And you know what? People hate him for it. But I'm actually very much enamored by it. I'm enamored by the fact that, like, I know criminals. I've known Rivers. I know criminals.
Mm-hmm.
I have been around criminals. I know criminals. And regular everyday criminals just don't have the fortitude to get away with. They don't have the clarity, the mindset,
or the people around them, the resources.
I mean, and this man has managed to get away
with everything.
And I live.
And one thing about Jelaine, I don't know if everybody know, but she was the last of 9 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me kind of wonder, okay, how does this relate to the fact that she didn't take in consideration the suffrage and the vulnerability of these girls, these women? How did she just?
Because she was
that became secondary to her, but it was only because she was focused on the proximity of wealth and keeping that privilege and power that she grew up in. So human nature became secondary for her.
Well, I mean,
humanity in general.
But yeah, could not while I'm on my plane.
Right.
I could not while I'm on my train, while I'm on my yacht. I would any person who gets that close to power and riches is obviously there's going to be a slippery slope for morality. And I can't even say that even the most moral and ethical of the people that I know, even the most moral people that I know, would not find themselves on a slippery slope when they became that close to power and to money.
I think they just took it too far.
You sitting beside one, because when shit start going left, I exit left. I don't stay around.
They just took it way too much.
Because to me, it's like the people who do scamming. People have offered me, baby, I get this. Baby, I'm not interested in that. I'm not because you got away with it. I'm going down for it. I'm so far away from. I can't.
I think you may say that. I think a lot of people will say that at the very beginning.
Ain't no very beginning because I won't even get there.
But when you get to day 7 million, and I've been getting away with it this long, these Negroes never gonna catch me.
I get that, but
you start jumping up like a leprechaun, you're never gonna catch me.
I know, but at the expense of
you just never think you're gonna get caught.
These girls and the manipulation and the coercion, and I get it because it's on another level. But if you break down sex trafficking, it ain't just what you see on TV because it's happening right next door.
Well,
there's a lot of stuff.
Well, not
there's a lot of stuff happening.
But
next
I'm saying,
door.
No one even lives there.
It's sex trafficking
right around us.
You need to get new neighbors. First of all, but I think
not literally
next
door.
When we just think about the fact that when we start seeing these original pictures that have come up from the Epstein files, we see people in the 80s. Mm-hmm. We see Trump with actual real hair,
with brunette hair.
Yes, with real hair
and non-Dorito skin.
Yes, and so when we start to think about how long Epstein has gotten away with all of this trafficking. You know what? Somewhere in year 20, I'll be like, "Ooh, I might can file the rest." Y'all ain't call me this long. I might as well keep going.
I feel like
Never had that thought.
everybody. My problem is everybody. It was so many people that's alive and kicking that was on the list, and they have not said shit about them. But I have a solution.
Uh-oh.
We found my note card. Found it. So the solution I have is I think we should line all of them up, and they have the option to choose from because they have to atone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
You will atone.
You will atone. They have the option of the Iron Maiden, the Brazen Bull, or the Cradle of Judas.
Okay. The Judas Cradle!
Yep. Choose which day.
So those are inhumane, but this is what I will say.
Definitely inhumane.
The shit
This
they
one-
did was inhumane.
I agree,
with that too.
but
Which one you right?
but you can't use inhumanity to fight inhumanity.
No, we have
You
to.
weren't
No,
supposed-
we have to
I-
fight.
I agree
America,
with-
we have to fight fire with brimstone.
I agree with you, Mama. I agree with you, and here's why. The other countries do it, and it seems to go over well in those countries.
We're behind.
I disagree.
I would bring our. Oh, I don't.
It's okay.
Okay. I would bring our attention back to remember way back in the 90s when that boy went over to Singapore and he had
got caned.
oh, now you know he ain't never did nothing. He ain't got no business doing after he got caned. That young man is somewhere now probably.
We need to bring back public humiliation. Put their ass in the court, in
Stone.
the front of the court,
Did you say stone?
and we're all gonna throw rocks at them. We're gonna chain them down, and we're gonna throw rocks at their head,
Go back to my.
throw rocks at their
Go
face,
back to me.
throw rocks at all
America.
their vital organs.
I
Off
feel
with
to
her
you
head.
to
I don't
help
think-
me.
Yeah.
Because there are some people in here that got some issues. I do not believe in inhumanity. These people are talking about stoning. That is the days of the Bible. Are y'all kidding me right now?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think we should
TDJ
stone.
said in the Bible day.
In the Bible.
That was the one underneath the corner.
So listen. So they are nuts. So listen, I think similar to the Nuremberg trials, I think that is what we should have the Epstein trials. I think that everybody's name was mentioned. I don't care if your name was mentioned once. You must be in these trials. Similar to the Nuremberg trials, which happened after World War II, where you brought all of these people to justice, and all of the countries came together with a tribunal, and they had to, sit before all of these people, all these lawyers, all these judges.
Was it the United Nations?
Well,
No, that was before the United
It was
States.
called a tribunal.
It was like France, and it was all these
That's why it's called a tribunal.
I think it was
Okay.
before the United Nations.
So here,
it's not effective.
what they had to do was atone for all the things. They gave an opportunity to say what you did. They asked the questions. They did all of the the things. But in the end, this was the first time that there was crimes against humanity. There have been crimes against peace, but here was crimes against humanity. And this, to me, is very
Similar
much
to that?
no, not similar. Very much the
The
same.
same.
Yeah.
The same.
The same.
'Cause this
Agreed.
is I do agree with that. This is across multiple countries,
Yes.
across more, and then there's all of these ideas around if Epstein also is a spy.
Mhm.
Because there's been a lot of conversation around if he is a spy for another country, and if that country set him up to be able to spy on Americans and be able to move pieces on the American chessboard, which is also a conversation that has come up. But I agree, the world needs to hold the Epstein.
Everybody
people
in
that- They need to hold them accountable.
Like even if you were a maid and you were there one day, y'all saw things, and you have to give an account for these things because
not Consuelo.
yes, because these people hurt children and women.
But
Like,
that's
you
what has
gotta-
to happen. Go ahead. That's
say
not.
housekeeping.
Yeah, that's not what's going to happen though. Look at the color of their skin, the power, the privilege. we may be dead and gone before all of this information is divulged. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. We are in administration. We're not in administration, but Trump is there. Like we've already said, he's gotten over everything he has come into. Every hump.
How I got over
this hump.
My soul.
Well, you might be right, but just like, it took them forever because
when did Epstein die? When did
this was a few years ago?
No, it was 2019.
You mean when he killed
a few
himself?
years ago?
You said a couple at first.
Long
time ago.
It wasn't a long time.
It
It was like 3 or 4 years ago.
So y'all don't even think he
2019.
killed himself? Y'all think it was? Y'all think he was murdered?
Marlo said he alive. So
I think that man was fucking alive. They say he hung himself. They say he hung himself when he was in jail. I don't believe this shit.
It's 2020.
No, it was during the
They say
pandemic.
he killed himself.
It was during the pandemic.
Yeah, they say he hung himself in jail.
But just like, because we all know that World War II didn't even have to happen, because if America had jumped into the war at the beginning, it would have never gotten that.
America are
But World War II,
bitches.
I love this because I just got through watching a documentary on Netflix about World War II.
But because America didn't get into it because America was having its own Holocaust going on. So their thing is, we don't got no problem with y'all because we treat niggas bad over here any goddamn way. And Hitler took a play out of the playbook of America to treat people. He said, "Oh, I see how they doing. Black folks over there, they got ghetto." Even though we didn't call ours ghettos until Hitler started calling.
Well,
them ghettos.
Germany was never really based on these documentaries that I've been watching because I love a good documentary. Love it. Netflix, keep it up. But based on the documentaries that I was watching, the bigger problem is that the nations that fought against Germany in World War One never did really have a full chance to hold Germany accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did.
They made them pay. But
they didn't hold them fully accountable. They didn't do the things that they need to do, like reduce the size of their army and this is just for me watching a documentary because again,
it's true. I've watched 18,000 of them.
Let me preface this conversation with America. Don't take my word for it. Research it and find out the facts because that's what's wrong with y'all ass right now. Y'all some dummy. You some dummy bitches. You don't read it right. You can't read it right. But so don't just take my word from it because this is just me getting the information and trying to reinterpret it. I would say read for yourself.
Well,
I feel like LeVar Burton. If you haven't read it,
it's in our book.
I will say, and I don't know how the people are going to take this.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
America, please don't hold it against the rest of us.
But I read the Epstein files. A lot of it was redacted, but in the Epstein files, they made it very clear that they were not interested in black women. And I feel like, honestly, that's probably the only time racism has benefited us.
They were all interested in pizza.
They didn't want any black women. They made it very clear they were not interested in. They said no.
I would definitely
no blacks.
heavy in Florida.
And that was the first time. What, Marlo?
We have benefited from racism. Honestly.
What is happening here? I cannot. But as Chris was saying, I do agree that America, the way that we have situated ourselves in world events as if we are a world power, a superpower, and we're not. What we have been has been bullies. And that's how we have gotten to this space. Because again,
we've been liars and cheaters.
Yes, we have been
whores.
colonizers.
Okay.
That's all we've done.
Imperializers.
The only thing white people have ever done was reach for world dominion and domination. That's all they've ever wanted. And they're still
take over the tri-state area and shit.
Or Pinky in the Brain.
Hello?
Trying to take over the world every day.
I don't know if the kids know about Pinky in the Brain, but I knew about Pinky in the Brain.
The same thing we do
every day.
Trying to take over. What are we gonna do today? The same thing we do every day. Trying to take over the goddamn world.
And that's what they do. And because they are master manipulators, now they gaslight us when it comes to our issues. Because can't nobody tell you how to raise black kids like a white woman or a white man. They can all tell you how to raise kids. And that's what's problematic.
about America, these Epstein files, these people that they have been elected to these offices, who are supposed to be representative of the people. What happened to democracy? Democracy meant government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it ain't none of the people involved.
I don't believe that democracy ever fucking existed. I said I don't think the democracy ever existed.
I agree.
I think the democracy, like the whole thought of
it's a ruse.
Because it was a ruse. Because at the end of the day, I feel like all of it was built on like the foundation of racism.
Yes.
And it's an illusion to the people to make them feel like they have some type of say so or some type of sway.
Buy-in.
Yeah, and it's like it really don't for it just let people feel like they have some type of control. It's basically like a way. It's basically almost like mind control in a way.
Now hold on now. Now which one of these cameras I can speak in? I'm gonna speak to you people.
You can speak right to the front.
Because I am still employed by some good European people. Good.
Define good European people.
I want to meet them.
I want to meet the good white people.
Them good Europeans keep paying me. So I would just like to preface this conversation with these are not my.
You've said worse things than
not on camera though.
He signed off on a contract before this podcast started.
Okay, I would just like to point out.
Pause there. Pause there. Everybody has their individual views. These views of the individual does not reflect the views of the entire whole. Okay,
there we are. Four brains.
These are not my views on camera.
There we are.
So he's a fraud, America. He's a fraud. Come on, Hunter, say you're a fraud.
He's on camera. He's
Drake.
Embezzle.
So listen. So but I hope that Venise is incorrect, but she just may be that we might not see it in our lifetime. That these people get the justice that they the people who the victims get the justice that they deserve, and the people who were a part of this catastrophe. Because I cannot believe that it's been allowed to happen all this time. But sex trafficking is
Epstein
not.
definitely died in 2019.
Which
allegedly.
And I would say this, all jokes aside, which is really sad because it doesn't matter who it is. Children just should not be subjected to such.
Yes,
should not be exploited at all.
We should not be in. It is not a. We're not in a time and an era in a day where 12 and 13-year-old children should be in the bed with 46, 67, 80-year-old
nasty ass men.
And y'all know
women for that matter.
And y'all know they say y'all white people are freaky as hell. Because I read in one of them emails that Stephen Hawking likes to get midgets naked and solve complex math problems on a board.
Freaky ass nigga, you a 69 god.
Can't even 69. You just a 6 god.
That's the math
you can't even
problem.
69. You a 6 god.
She was the 9.
They said that man like midgets to get naked and solve complex math
Now,
problems.
what we're not going to do is judge people for their, because they're
Stephen
complex.
Hawking.
He just did.
With the motherboard and the. They also had pictures of Stephen Hawking with Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton was holding him like a little baby doll while he was in dresses and shit.
Ooh, I would have to see that.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all get a chance, go look at them Epstein files. But make sure you do it during the daytime, because if you have a vivid imagination like me,
you will have nightmares.
You might get fucking nightmares.
Might terrors.
Don't go through that shit at night. That is some very wicked shit. They did all types of shit.
Wicked.
They had the nerve to be eating people and named it the most delightful names ever.
What kind of delightful name?
Eating people?
Like muffins and shit. And it wasn't a fucking muffin. It was like kid liver and shit. Kid beef jerky and shit.
Where am I right now?
The multiverse. We have now entered the multiverse. We'll be back to you.
In a short moment.
So I would like to wrap that up. I think that was I think that was a good conversation though, because I don't think that a lot of people are talking. Because the thing about I have 7 grandchildren, and I would not want to be.
How old are you?
Who?
I'm joking, America.
I'm only 2 years older than you, so.
I don't know.
Oh, now she don't want to talk.
I don't know
Now she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk.
His math is off.
What you say? I don't
that-
like this conversation anymore.
My math is great.
Math is off.
I taught math for a minute. But anyway, I think that more people need to talk about it because we do have children and nieces and nephews and things of that nature, and it's not like that kind of thing still isn't going on, and it could happen to any child. Yeah,
and it's not like it's new.
Yeah.
So let's just also
like we talking about millennia.
Let's just also point that out. When we think of sex trafficking, we also think of today in this modern day sex trafficking. But what we're really witnessing is the undergrounding of practices that have existed amongst a group of people who were in power at all times.
We're overgrounded now.
And so now it has just because it has become a bigger issue, it has just become less visible. And so now we have to traffic the people to do the things that we had been doing before. But if we think about just our history as Black people in America, the same things have existed for the women and the children that have existed for our people when they were on plantations.
Yeah, and that's why I hate when people say, we come so far, the world has changed, we've done so much. We ain't really did shit for real. The world is still fucked up. Honestly, if you ask me, I
Black
feel like
folks
We're rotting in our fuckness.
yeah, like I feel like we honestly I feel like back in the day it was better, because I'm not gonna say it was better, but I mean better in regards as when everything was separate. You know what I'm saying? We had segregation. It was white, it was black. We knew how the fuck they felt. They were very adamant and very upfront about how they felt. But now it's like in today's time we have all these different systems and all these systematic fucked up ass invisible things that stop people from being able to get certain resources, stop people from being able to get jobs and housing and all these different redlining shit like that, like all these different things. So it's like the world is really still fucked up for real. I honestly wish I had went to school to be an engineer, and maybe I could have made some type of rocket ship and got the fuck up out of here.
Earth is ghetto.
Okay.
I wanna leave old Earth.
Earth is ghetto and it's flat. That's a conversation for another day.
We're not having the flat Earth conversation.
Not the flat Earth
Absolutely
conversation.
not. Absolutely not. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up. We want to talk a little bit.
I just know my Earth.
We want to talk a little bit before we end the conversation. We had a great conversation last week. Chris kind of started it, and so we want to touch on it just for y'all for a little bit. We won't go in depth about it, but Chris is a licensed
Dr. Cheyenne.
Tell us what you have license to do.
You heard that?
I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I'm licensed in the state of Tennessee. I'm currently working on being licensed in the state of Georgia and in the state of Texas.
Come
Are you a
on.
psychological expert as well?
No, I'm not. I don't even know what
that is.
Yeah, I don't even know what a psychological expert is. I know what a psychologist is,
Right.
and I know that they are experts in psychology.
Right.
But I don't know this psychological expert that is made separate from a psychologist.
Is that like a moniker she's using?
I don't know what that is.
Right.
I cannot even deign to know.
Okay.
Because because I'm not a psychologist.
Right.
So,
And that would be why,
Yeah.
But anyway, so really quickly, so Chris started this beautiful conversation around how there are no frameworks and there's no context for a lot of the things that Black people need for their existence here on this planet, in this country, in this place, this zeitgeist. So, Chris, you want to kind of start that out? Tell us what you...
Well, I mean, I just noticed that what is really missing, as I do counsel a lot of couples, is there is missing this cultural understanding, this cultural framework, and the context that goes with it across the entire culture of African Americans about marriage. And what we often see in videos and what we see on the movies is we see it for people of European descent. We see it for those people. But when it comes to our people, we often aren't given that context in real life because we don't often see a lot of long-lasting relationships in our community just across the board. And we don't see and because of it, we don't see the framework for it. We don't know how to implement it, because you can't do what you don't know. And so what we do get a lot of is, we get a lot in our community of this stud mentality when it comes to black men. You know, he is like a breeding bull. He should be out here sowing his seeds. You know, like they say when it comes to the matter. You know, Akeem is sowing his white oats.
They're not even royal. They just oats.
Okay. So, and we get a lot of that, but what we don't get is this idea of what long-lasting relationship is. And every time we see it, every time we get close to it, like for instance, the Cosby Show, there is something that comes along to have to tarnish the idea of the imagery of it. And
that's good time. Yeah, they killed the daddy.
Yeah, that's a problem. And so how can we be what we don't see?
The destruction of the black family.
So I have a thought around the black family, because Cheyenne Bryant, you know, we had to bring her up again, but on the Cam Newton show, Funky Friday or whatever it's called, she told him that a blended family was a broken family, and he said, a blended family is a broken. She said, yeah. Don't know how that, but a blended family only means that two people have come together. You know, we weren't married at first, but we've come together. I probably had some kids, yeah, and then, you know, we blended our families. I don't know how she was trying to make it be a broken family, but I have what I find to be problematic, and you can tell me what you think, Chris, but is when we start saying things like there's a broken family because the father isn't there. But what happens if the father dies? Is that a broken family?
And that's what I was going to say. Single parents don't just exist because of breakups. That's not the only thing that makes a parent single. There are other things that cause a parent to end up in being a single parent. And so you can't say that when this parent remarries and then they reestablish a two-parent household, that two-parent household is effective. It is much more effective than having this single-parent household. And if nothing else, we can just think about things like resources. Yeah. Like we have more money, we have more people to hold space for parenting, we have more people to bring diversity and emotion and thought. And so the children will just benefit more. So I just don't understand what this psychological expert is talking about. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Well, because Marlo, you have a perspective on that. Your mother is not married to your father, and you had a good upbringing.
Yeah, I am the bastard of a blended family. No, I'm just playing. I have a blended family. My mom and my stepfather, well, I would refer to him as my father, but you know, my stepfather. But they've been together for like a very long time, and they've been married almost 20 years. So I mean, you know, this just goes to show the validity and credibility she has.
You have no credibility.
None.
You have no credibility. And then and I'm glad that Venise is here too, because Venise, you
want me to talk about that?
Not that. That's a whole nother.
That's
a whole nother conversation. No, you had an interpretation. You had a stepfather.
Yes, my stepfather, I would totally consider him. Well, I separate the two just for my mom to feel comfortable, and that's a whole nother conversation. But my stepfather, he was in my life since I was 2 years old. So that's my dad. That's my father. But biologically, based on blood, then my father is, rest in peace. That's the GOAT. That's where I get my creative side from. He wasn't never there. That's the what who am I looking at?
And then I was gonna say that also.
What was in your cup?
And I feel the same way. I feel the same way as both of you, because my mother and my father separated, and my mother, okay, I almost said God rest her soul, but she's still alive. God bless her soul. Not rest her soul. God bless her soul.
Where are we?
But my father, who just my father, who didn't have the skill set to be an adequate parent, even though he came from a 2-parent household, he just did not. Because parenting is more than just emotion. It is a set of it is a set of skills,
and it's more than financial too.
Yeah, it's things that have to happen every day. My father just did not have the wherewithal for that. But the
bandwidth.
That's what I was about to say.
But he did.
He wasn't in the band with nobody.
But he did get
with my father.
He did get a partner. Mary, wherever you are, I love you to death.
Why you don't know where she at?
Well, I do know where she's at. But she's not here, so I know where Mary is. Mary, I know where you are.
Mary, don't you weep.
Don't you moan.
Wherever you are right now.
Mary, did you have a little lamb?
Okay,
Hopefully get you now.
Miss Mary,
hopefully she's somewhere with her husband.
Okay, I got you.
Is it the Mary Jane?
Okay, but she had so much more to give in that emotional space and in that nurturing space that he had to give. And so this whole concept of this is a broken home, well, yeah, that home is broken, but that doesn't mean that there is not a reunification of homes. And now the children may have access to 2 homes.
Yes. Now let me clarify something. Were you finished, friend? Because
I'm through, friend.
You sure?
God willing, and if the creek don't rise,
then the peak don't hide. Anyway, but let me clarify something. My father, he was absentee because my mom left him when I was only about 2 years old. She did remarry, so the reunification of the family still existed. However, he worked all the time, so. He still was nowhere around either, but he brought the stability. He brought those things, but having him around for emotional support, just being able to talk to him. I love you, Dad. I love you so much. This is just the tea. Around to talk to get advice from, to understand, to not have all these daddy issues going into the future, because I felt the avoidance and the distance. No. I didn't have that.
I also want to say 2 things. That's why you guys
pulling that thing around like you've been talking.
I know, because it keeps falling out my ear. But 2 things. That's also why you guys need to buy my book, Metamorphosis: The Pain of Being is the Joy of Becoming, because in one of the chapters, I think it's maybe chapter 9 or 8, titled The Echo After Childhood, where I discuss post-childhood trauma, piggybacking off what Venise said, because I feel like a lot of times children can grow up in households where they have stability and the parents are doing like the necessity, like the basic necessities as far as like having a roof over their head, clothes on their back, food in their mouth, but they still lack like
not doing the things.
The emotional part and like the connections and just growing that type of relationship and the love and stuff like that. And then I also want to, which also brought me to my other point, which was how white men were the originators of deadbeat daddies.
Excuse me.
It's this thing, this stigma with black men being deadbeat daddies, and I was pondering. I was in a bit of a conundrum, and I was confused because I had to take it back, and I was like,
how far back?
Back to slavery. I had to take it back, and as I was taking it back and I was on that journey, I realized that white men were having sex with slaves. They were being slave children, white babies, black babies.
It was a cult and a
mulatto
sex trafficking.
babies. They were unfaithful to their wives. They weren't, basically being the fathers that they were supposed to be. So they were definitely the original deadbeat daddies.
And let's not talk about like when they colonized places. They
and a lot of the fucked up ways that black men, they feel like they're kind of like associated with black men. The framework was from white men.
I mean, we even talked about like how like gangs, like there was thuggery and savagery long before
the mafia and shit.
GDs.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
There were no black people in the goddamn mafia.
I feel like
what really stands out in your narrative that stands out for me is there is this conversation that needs to be had about parenting too, because I think listening to your conversation, and this is just my experience of sitting with people and having conversations with them about their life, is both parents and children, is that there is this expectation that parents will be able to give you all of these things, and parents can only give you what they have, like what only exists. And I think a lot of times parents also are worrying about, if I have not given my child the best, or if I have not given my child all that I can give them. And the truth of the matter is you just will never know. You will never know what specific moment in time or what particular thing
when you
is
made
needed.
the right decision.
But that's why I feel like kids. That's why I feel like parents
you
should
just
be their
never
kids'
know.
friends. Like parents always say, "We not friends." But it's like, I feel like in some type of regards, you should be your child friend, because those create those it creates those type of distance and boundaries. And even when it comes to parents who say like, well, I know you do this, but you don't need to be doing this around me. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
to your point, Marlo, there's a book
conversation.
that has been written. I don't know who wrote it, called Epistemological Parenting. In it, the author says you must be your child's friend, not just the same way we're friends,
Right.
but you got to be your friend because you're the person who teaches your child how to be friendly. And the other thing is, if your child felt like y'all had some friendliness, your child will tell you anything. And there is a person in the room who is a wonderful example of that. This lady right here has great conversations with her son. He can tell her anything and feel safe that if he wants to try something, he wants something, he doesn't know this or that, he comes to her without any trepidation, and he's able to talk things out with her. And I talk about it in here. It is called collaborative parenting. It is the way that you collaborate with your kids, even down to the budget of the home, the things that can't happen because we don't have this, or we can work toward this, or saving money, and Christmas not being a thing that you're looking forward to because we get you things all the time. There's things.
But I think that's I think it's hard. I think I agree, there does need to be a level of trust, and there does need to be a depth of relationship. But I think it's hard because so many times, and I'm not a parent, but so many times parents have to put in safety measures that you have yet to understand. And even in the explaining, it may cause us to be distant. And so that's not something you often get in friendship, because you can easily turn that part off in friendship. You don't want to do this. You don't want to go this way with me. We don't want to hang out.
This conversation.
Then I can stop talking to you, or I can stop being present for you, or we can change the terms and agreements about it.
But that's why I said it's friendship in a different.
Like
that's why I feel like it's friendship in a different regard. Like, it's not friendship where it's like, you know, we can talk to each other any kind of way.
Oh, we about to go smoke weed together.
Yeah, it's like, it's friendship where a part where you create a comfortable environment where they're able to, you know, they're able to express themselves, you know, without feeling like they're gonna be ridiculed or feeling like they're gonna be in some type of trouble. Like, I feel like it's just creating the environment.
But I do get your point, Chris, because what you're saying is there's parameters you still have to have as a parent.
Yeah.
Because I still have to.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I still have to say you can't do this, you can't do that. There are things I'm gonna say, and there really sometimes aren't really explanations other than safety measures.
And the child will never feel it as friendly. And so I've sat with so many parents, and they've been like, well, I think I'm fucking up my child. And I'd be like, well, you've just got to make a decision about what it is that you're going to, what it is that you're going to give your child, and you've got to resign yourself to being okay with it, because you never know what's going to bring your child in to cry about or whine about it. You could have came to every game, bought every PlayStation,
because you're not the only person that's the influence.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like,
on a Tuesday, because you didn't come to what I felt like the most important track meet of my life, you have failed me. And so
But parents got to learn to sit with that.
Yeah, you've got to be okay with the fact that
they're gonna think at some point that you failed.
They're not gonna be happy with it.
But that, I think that should be a part of the conversation. I think Marlo was talking about.
so when I had a conversation with my son after I became woke, you know, I was back in the world when I was in the world. I told him I had to apologize. I said I gave you the best I thought I could. I look back on it and I realized I could have done better here or there. I said, but it is what it is at this point. I said, I would like for us to move forward. I would like to help you to raise your children in the ways, you know, that I can. I said, but I too had a stepfather. I had 2 stepfathers, by the way, but my second stepfather, I was an adult when I got him. But my first stepfather, he just, even though, like you said, even though he had a 2-parent home, he still didn't know how to parent. Like he didn't get the. He had a great mother. My step grandmama, I call her Big Mama. Big Mama is wonderful. That lady, 90 years old, she still got every faculty. She just, you know, frail now, but she still has all her good, you know, sense. But he couldn't parent us. Like as much as he tried, he just couldn't. And still to this day, we don't have a good relationship because of that. But at the end of the day, I do agree with both of you, because what you're saying is it should show up as friendly enough for kids to be safe. And what you're saying is, yes, but there's still going to be times where even though I'm being friendly, that I still have to be your parent, and it's not going to feel good for really either of us, but you got to understand. But I think that's a part of the conversation that you got to have.
But even in that, you are exactly right, because there are certain questions that my son will bring to me that I want to answer, but I have to protect him, or I have to be cognizant of the answer I give, because I don't want to give too much information, because he's only 13 right now. So it's part of that.
Your 13-year-old can come to you and be like, you know what, I would like to try crystal milk.
You can't come to me and ask me.
Friend, I think you should try it. Like, no.
Or he can't come to me and ask me, so where you stay last night?
Yeah, because.
Well, he can, but then I have to also censor what it is I want to say based on the information I'm ready to divulge at the moment.
And I think to your point, it is depth of relationship. That depth should have a feeling of safety, and it should have a feeling of support.
Yes.
But it still has so many parameters that
Around
include guidance, and like I think about, I'm not a parent, but I have so many people that I mentor, and they'll say, oh well, Chris, I just think I should be able to do such and such and such and such. And I'll be like, absolutely not. It doesn't make any sense. And then I have to separate what I would tell my friends. Like, I would definitely tell my friends, go out and have a fun time, and if you fail, friend, you know, you're gonna fail. It's gonna be all right.
Get back up again.
But also, there is the love that you have for people who you are pouring into and providing a special gift to, because nurturing is a special gift. And to give it to somebody, there is the fear that if I don't give it to you the right way, if I don't feed it to you in a way that makes you successful or palatable, then I failed you. And then parents are also dealing with that fear. Like, I don't want to fail you. And they're so scared that sometimes just the fear of failing you becomes conflictual with the depth of that relationship.
But it also can become conflated, because you got to realize that your children, people say it all the time, Chris. People say my child is a reflection of me. They're not. I mean, in ways they are, but they can't be, because if you
got 4 children and all of them
right,
some shit,
because
there's some going on.
Absolutely, but
I hate that. I
thing,
especially hate when parents say,
when you say
I'm giving my child. I'm giving my child everything that I didn't have. Well, that's stupid, because your child doesn't exist in the same environment that you did. You may have a parent that wasn't present, but you're fully present, overworking yourself.
So it's very different.
So it doesn't.
It don't equate.
You can't give me the same thing.
And I agree. You know, but I had to wrestle with the fact, because my son, he's getting a bachelor's degree now at 32. When he first didn't go to school, I felt like, what the fuck I didn't do right? This nigga smart like me. Like, what, why isn't he doing this thing?
And you internalized that.
I did for a very long time, till I finally, you know, had a mentor to help me to see that's not a reflection of you. He grew up in a world of social media. He grew up in a world where, you know, school was not as important as it was to you. Like, there's things that were different. Like Chris is saying, the environment
and the atmosphere was much different. I'm born in '77.
So America, mentors are essential. You need a good mentor.
Yeah, I think whoever provides you that nurturing has to deal with that conflict, and you don't think about it until you're in that space where you
So
have
you're
this
confronted
conflict.
with it.
Yeah, you're like, how do I stay in your good graces, but at the same time, how do I also keep you safe and stop you from making the mistakes? And then also continue with,
Well,
how do I
not-
stop you from making the
but-
mistakes that I have?
but
Which
is
I
it-
also,
But is it stopping them making the mistake? Because they're gonna make the mistake.
and they should.
Right.
They should fail.
Be allowed to.
Children, I often tell people this: the baby needs to fall as they're trying to hold on to the table.
Mhm.
If they don't fall, if you just keep propping them up to the table,
Then
they're
the
going to expect you to
expectation,
prop them up to the table.
Every time.
They need to crawl and learn to pull up
And
on the
that's
table.
setting your baby
That's
up
how
for
they.
failure.
That's how they learn how to walk. And
Because
so
at the
you
end
got
of the
to let-
day, you're not raising children to be children. You are raising children to be adults.
Mm-hmm.
So having those conversations with them, no matter how hard they may be,
And not only adults, but good fucking citizens. in this
just
goddamn
good stewards of the world.
Because failure is where you sharpen the growing edge.
Yes.
world. Agreed.
Failure
So
is where you sharpen
I think
the growing edge.
we should cut it there.
Wrap it
I think
up.
this was a good conversation,
Wrap it
and I
up.
appreciate y'all coming out. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all came here to see. Y'all came here to see me and Marlo sing.
Okay.
So listen, Marlo, we always end this with advice for the people for the week. So do you want to start? Or you want to let the guests begin?
The guest can begin.
So what advice would y'all like to give the people for their week? How they want to, how you would like for them to look at their week and be successful at something for the week?
One step
What
at
you
a
want their
time.
week to give?
One step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with 14 things you want to get done in a day. Just focus on, slow progress is better than no progress. As long as you're moving forward. That's all I got for you.
My advice for the week.
My.
my. You sure look good.
Marlo, get on that phone. You're all in the camera on that phone.
I think my advice for the week is this. I think it's a deeper advice. We have moved back into the space where we no longer can do it without community.
Oh.
And so I think that black people, we have started to feel our separatism, and the country never made space for us to be separate. We never did have the opportunity to be individuals. And I think for so long, or just in this modern time, just in the early 2000s and the late 90s, we start to think of ourselves as individuals, but the country has told us again we no longer
need
have
community.
the luxury of being individuals. So now is the best time to find community and build community. When one person is going to the Costco and buying the 36 roll, maybe we send our money together and we break it down, and then you get 12
We
rolls
split
and I
rolls.
get 12 rolls. But there, with so many or so few resources in a time where everything is pushing them back against us, we got to go back to being in community.
We got to go way back.
Yeah, we gotta go
Back
back.
in the
And
time.
there are things that need to come back, like
Community
What happened
everything.
what happened to the market man that used to pull up?
What
on
happened to the
street?
flea market?
And you could buy fresh green beans and stuff from off the truck. And everybody in the neighborhood, I know on my street in North Memphis, we could all buy fresh vegetables from off the truck.
We know what happened. Capitalism.
So we need to get back to a time where we are working together to establish community, because
I love that, Chris.
we just don't have it right now.
We if me and Marlo get to talking about the separatism, we had to go into a whole nother interpretation, and our wig's not tied on. Chris. All right, Venise.
Venise.
Yeah.
She already
Oh,
went.
shit. Brain ain't working right
This
now.
all right.
The tequila done kicked.
Maybe what I said was
Look,
underwhelming.
The
to you.
tequila done kicked in.
The tequila done kicked in.
All right, so I'll go because Marlo always really like to go last. I would like for y'all for this week
To buy his
purchase my books. So listen, if you have not purchased your books, I have 5 books I've written: Epistemological Parenting. I just talked to you about Humane School Leadership. This is about leading a school with humanity and looking at the humanity of the teachers and students. This book is a novel called Unhoused Love. It is about a nurse who falls for an unhoused man. It is a beautiful novel.
We don't say homeless, unhoused.
Just like you don't say victims, you say survivors.
Okay. And then this book is called Righteousness. And in this book,
And we don't
it's
say
actually
master,
Marlo wrote the afterword to this one. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that Venise wrote the foreword to Unhoused Love, by the way.
I ain't got number 4 words for it.
And I ain't have no but an afterword.
And this is my favorite book here. This is 5 stories about 5 queer boys. And I hate to say 5 queer boys because one of the boys is a trans woman who becomes a trans woman over time. But it talks about the name of it is Where Black Boy Joy Goes to Die. It's called Queer Stories of Loss and Replacement, because when we lose joy, we replace it with something. Whether
Oh.
come on now, Chris.
Well,
Am I ministering to you over here? We have to replace it with something that is usually a false sense of self. But at the end of the I ain't no licensed clinician over here. But I would like for you to get that. But I also would like for you to just read. Like one of the things I think that is lost with Black people is reading. We need to read books, and not just fiction, but we need to read books that are helping us to guide ourselves, to guide our families, to guide our friends, because that is how I think everybody sitting at this. When we come together, we talk about things. We don't just kiki now. Don't get me wrong. We cut
just
up.
read people their rights.
Yes,
we like
yes.
to read.
We like to sit around and talk about things.
We read good books and bad people.
Yeah.
That's the tea.
We need to put that on a t-shirt.
That's my senior quote in the yearbook.
You just sure was. I knew I heard that book. So yes, we need to put that on a shirt though. But go ahead, Mark.
Merch coming.
The only advice I have for real, so for like the past few weeks, I've been kind of getting into, I've been getting a lot into like, I don't want to say like spiritual awakening, but I've been kind of getting a lot into like manifestation and like awakening my kundalini and
Hello, Kundalini.
and just like affirmation. And
I'm
shit.
sorry. Is that a noodle?
Okay.
No.
Does it dangle?
It's supposed to be like like you got like the 7 chakras. So the Kundalini is like the last one. It's supposed to be like a serpent that sleep.
I need to
when
go
you,
look at
get up,
those.
and when you like awaken it, you become like more socially aware and conscious and all this different shit.
I need to go look at the chakras.
But,
I never looked at them before.
Yeah. And so basically my
chiropractor
Awaken your Kundalini.
Yeah.
no, I don't think so. Because you're supposed to achieve it through like very strong meditation or psychedelics.
That's psilocybin.
Yes, or like DMT, LSD, whatever you choose.
Psychedelics.
Don't ask me how I know any of these.
We signed all signed NDA.
Right.
And I went to a really good psychedelic conference.
But my advice is basically I have been doing the 369 method, where you basically write a 1 sentence affirmation down. You write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and then you write it 9 times before you go to bed, and then you read it those 9 times before you go to bed, right before you go to sleep. And basically it kind of like reprograms your subconscious to kind of align you with like those goals or whatever you're trying to do, so that way when you go to sleep, your brain that was the last thing your brain knew.
Yes.
So that's the last thing your brain is thinking about. It's kind of programming and transitioning to like align you with how to get to like all those things. So that's my advice, is to affirm, get you an affirmation, and do the 369 method.
Marlo the God, that was great. Because I definitely need to realign my brain before I go to bed. So I can stop having all these dreams.
Well, I would just like to say thank you to Chris and Venise for coming. I think this was a very, very good episode of What It Gave. I love all of you, and I hope all of you love me.
And us too.
To the love, to the rage, this the
Peace
vibe,
out.
this the tribe, what it is, what it do.